All right, diving right back in. The preacher at the church, prophet, he prophesied over me. He told me that he like declares that I'm going to build homes for children in South Africa and Japan, and that I'm going to get a shit ton of money from a relative who I don't know. So he just said all of that. Lee and Nadine both said they hadn't mentioned me to him at all. I'm choosing to be open-minded about this random prophecy. It all sounds like good stuff that I would want, so I wouldn't be at all opposed to it coming true. Nadine said he did the same thing to Jade. Jade is another little cousin. She'd prayed to have her own room someday, but not told anyone about it, and he called her to the front and said that she'll get it someday. Weird. And what's crazy is that before church, Richie from Tinder was saying how I should try having my fortune told by a shaman or something along those lines. I said how that's one spiritual adventure that I don't want to have. I'd happily come along if someone else is doing it, but not do it myself. I don't want to know my future. Then, lo and behold, the pastor tells it to me anyway. That same day. Weird. It's like an Eat, Pray, Love when Coutelier tells her all that stuff. Heh. Okay, let's see what else we have about him. I'm pretty sure it just like goes in order. Where's the next one? So now we're back at home, not in the US home, like at home at Lee's house. Nadine was speaking in tongues and casting witchcraft out of the house in the name of Jesus Christ. It was extra annoying because I was already pissed from earlier. I don't remember what I was pissed about, but I remember this situation. I was up in my room and I was trying to sleep first I was down in the living room with her and she was holding Joel, the baby, and she just like starts rocking and then she like all the tongues and shit, and she starts casting out demons in the name of Jesus Christ and casting out the witchcraft from the house. God only knows how it got there. And then she was like doing it more later. What a fucking time. Okay. So this is another day at church. When I got there, Lee was like, so you're going to go to church with Nadine so that I don't have to. And I was like, oh. But anyway, so Lee dropped us off at church and didn't come in. I think I heard him get in around 5 a.m., probably car stuff. They were having a lot of car trouble when I was there. The ride to and from church is always miserable because it's me and the 4 kids sitting in the back seat. Also, there's church. So there's that to contend with. Church was extra ridiculous this week. He talked about money, of course. It's all he ever fucking talked about. And his birthday had been Friday, so they had a little party for him after. During the sermon, he talked about how we'll all drive Beamers. I would sooner use my excess money to wipe my ass than buy a luxury car, so I didn't find the preaching relatable. I was dying to get out of there so I could hang out with this Lincoln guy. So, of course, this was the week that it would go extra late because of a birthday party. Lincoln was a guy I had matched with on Tinder, and I was just dying to not be in the house for a lot of reasons. And we were supposed to meet up that day. And, of course, church took forever. Lincoln turned out to be nuts and, like, very coked up, like a spoiled little rich boy. But we're not here to talk about Lincoln. No one made any effort to converse with me at the party, which I thought was weird. Not that I was trying either, to be fair, but still. And they said speeches and prayers for the pastor. It was weird. He just stood there emotionlessly through it as these women got really wound up talking about him. His face didn't register any emotion at all. Nadine did her usual dramatic act and declared in the name of Jesus Christ that the pastor be given a jet immediately. A fucking jet. How are we doing on time? What the hell would this guy do with a jet? Praying for his jet was keeping me from meeting Lincoln, though. And then after they prayed for him and all that, he went and sat in the corner and didn't really speak directly to anyone. He kept playing the same 2 upbeat Christian songs over again. This entire thing was really fucking weird. All right, that's enough for this one.